Forget state animals. Turns out the signature sodas for each state are a lot more surprising. Buffalo Rock Ginger Ale was born in the basement of a grocery store in Birmingham, Alabama in 1901. Inventor Sidney Lee based his recipe on a tonic created by pharmacist Ashby Coleman to help settle stomach aches. Lee's monumental addition: carbonation. The state's signature beverage has survived in spite of numerous challenges, ranging from the Great Depression to the saturation of the market with other big-name sodas. Former CEO Jimmy Lee told This Is Alabama that its staying power is a testament to the quality of the product and the loyalty of its fans.
Even though it's a small percentage of our sales today, it does have the namesake of the company, so we take a lot of pride in the product.
The brainchild of 49th State Brewing, Frontier Soda is Alaska soda at its best. This craft soda is made in small batches using fresh Alaskan glacial water. Bobby Boucher would certainly be proud.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. Oh!
These sodas are gluten-free, vegan, and made without the use of high-fructose corn syrup. While the brand features classic cola and root beer varieties, some of its more intriguing and colorful products include flavors like Aurora Borealis, ripe raspberry, and spruce tip. They also put out a number of limited edition flavors with quirky names like Spring Breakup, Endless Summer, and Shamrock Splash. Arizona's signature soda is one that pretty much everyone knows.
Give your thirst a squirt.
Squirt is a grapefruit-flavored soda invented in 1938 by Herb Bishop just outside Phoenix in Glendale. Bishop based his formula on a non-carbonated beverage called Citrus Club. By adding carbonation, he was able to reduce the amount of fruit juice and sugar in the recipe, something considered advantageous in a post-Depression-era frugal U.S. economy. In 1941, the mascot Lil Squirt was created, which helped to popularize the beverage across the country. Also worth noting is that Diet Squirt was one of the first to use aspartame as a sweetener. Grapette was developed in 1939 and became a success not only because of its potent grape flavor, but also because of its unusual container. The clear 6-ounce bottle was the first of its kind, allowing consumers to see the bright-colored beverage inside. As the Encyclopedia of Arkansas notes, by the 1970s, sales began to decline and the thriving empire all but disappeared. Enter Walmart Inc., which began to use the Grapette line of flavors in its Sam's Choice beverage collection. By 2005, Grapette was available exclusively at Walmart, where it remains to this day.
What are we drinking, my lords?
Shasta was founded in 1889 and named after Mount Shasta. The company originally produced mineral water and first introduced its ginger ale in 1931. Headquartered in Hayward, California, Shasta boasts a number of industry firsts. It was the first to use steel cans, introduce diet drinks, use 12-ounce aluminum cans, replace sugar with high-fructose corn syrup, and switch its diet line to Splenda. The brand's line of sodas is also gluten-free, allergen-free, and certified kosher. There are currently more than 30 flavors available. Though Coloradans are generally known for their penchant for craft breweries, there is a company in Denver that brought this obsession into the world of soda. Founded in 2009, Rocky Mountain Soda produces top-notch, all-natural carbonated beverages free of gluten, GMOs, and artificial flavors or colors. Its impressive portfolio of flavors includes staples like cola, ginger beer, root beer, and even sarsaparilla.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It also features an array of more unusual brews like Pikes Peak Prickly Pear, Hayden Huckleberry, and Evergreen Elderberry. And the best part? You can make your own variety pack so you can sample them all. Considered one of the most well-known soda brands in Connecticut, Foxon Park Beverages in East Haven has been producing high-quality carbonated beverages since 1922. Made from real cane sugar, its selection of sodas is impressive, with 17 different varieties to choose from. Though the brand has the usual standards, some of its more unusual offerings have really put it on the map. Its Iron Brew soda, which has Scottish origins, is a mashup of cola, cream, and root beer. Then there's their Gasosa soda, which is an Italian lemon-lime flavored beverage that reflects the Italian roots of the founders of the brand. Some of their claims to fame include being featured on Food Network's Food Finds and being voted Best of CT 10 years running by CT Magazine. Old Dominion Beer Brewery in Dover, Delaware made sodas from recipes found in the Library of Congress starting in the early 90s. They offered 4 flavors: root beer, ginger ale, creamy orange, and black cherry. When asked by Delaware Today why a beer brewery would delve into the soda-making industry, the answer was to make it kid-friendly. Sadly, it seems this was not enough to keep the brand going as the company stopped brewing in 2023. Mr. Cucumber is a cucumber-flavored soda invented by Global Beverage Enterprises in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The company prides itself on manufacturing products that are sustainable, ethically sourced, and health-conscious. Vintage Soda Collector gives this unusual beverage high marks for its crisp flavor that is not only refreshing but surprisingly light. Restaurants love it for its versatility, particularly as an ingredient in cocktails made with vodka, tequila, and gin. If you like cucumbers, you'll love this crisp, tasty treat. Georgia's got dibs on the most iconic soda of all time. Coca-Cola made its debut at Jacob's Pharmacy in Atlanta, Georgia in 1886. The brainchild of Dr. John Pemberton, its precursor was a combination of wine and cocaine that was used as an alternative to morphine. Pemberton registered a trademark for his Coca wine in 1885, but prohibition was passed in the county the next year, rendering it illegal. He reformulated it, added carbonation, and a legend was born. Coca-Cola is now consumed 1.7 billion times a day, which equals 19,400 beverages per second globally. And Coca-Cola is universally recognized as the second most known word behind okay. Now that's a marketing success to brag about.
How do you sleep at night?
A bed made of money.
Brothers Kainoa and Lyle Lopez decided to start up Bucksnort Soda Company in 2009. This didn't come out of nowhere. Their great-grandfather founded the still-running company Waialua Soda Works back in the late 1800s, so the fizz biz is in their blood. Their specialties are root beer and ginger beer, and all their sodas are made without artificial colors, artificial flavors, preservatives, or high-fructose corn syrup. When it comes to fizzy beverages with the Aloha spirit, Hawaiian Soda Company has the market cornered. This brand, which was launched in 2023, focuses on producing healthier alternatives to standard sodas. Its products are made using real fruit juice and have no added sugar, artificial flavors, or preservatives. The tropical-inspired drinks come in refreshing flavors like passion orange guava, pineapple citrus, grapefruit blush, and mango sunset. Though the headquarters of this brand are located in Honolulu, Hawaii, its products can be found at retailers across the U.S. As the brand's tagline suggests, snatch up a can and come get island fizzy with us. Green River Citrus Soda was invented in 1919 by Richard C. Jones in Davenport, Iowa. The recipe was subsequently sold to Chicago-based Schoenhoff and Edelweiss Brewing Company, where it catapulted to fame. During Prohibition, the brewery was able to stay afloat by putting the green concoction in old beer bottles. Between 1930 and 1950, Green River was so popular in the Midwest that only Coca-Cola outsold it. And according to music folklore, the beverage inspired the band Creedence Clearwater Revival's song by the same name. The most popular day to consume Green River soda? St. Patrick's Day, of course. XXX is the name of both a root beer and a restaurant in West Lafayette, Indiana. The brew gets its title from an old classification system that ranks items like sugar, gunpowder, and beer kegs on a scale from X, the worst, to XXX, the best. According to the company's website, in the 1920s, XXX root beer was available across the U.S. and Canada in thirst stations and on steamboats navigating the Mississippi River. Another fun fact, according to the Washington Post, Indiana native Ermal Fraze is the inventor of the modern pop-top can, which revolutionized the soda industry. Sioux City Sarsaparilla is one of 7 flavors in White Rock's Sioux City line that captures the authentic flavors from the Old West. The difference between root beer and sarsaparilla? Traditional sarsaparilla was made from the bitter sarsaparilla vine, while classic root beer was made from sassafras root. Sassafras root was banned in 1960 by the FDA because its essential oil, saffrol, is a known carcinogen. Sarsaparilla vine has been substituted in modern versions of the classic to incorporate sweeter flavors. Lost Trail soda is thought to have been invented by Joe Marshall in 1848 when he became lost while looking for the Santa Fe Trail, hence its moniker. His great-great-granddaughter began making the recipe about 150 years later at her cider mill in Lewisburg, Kansas. The brew has a strong wintergreen flavor and a very dark color. The cowboy-clad label has now expanded to encompass a number of flavors, including strawberry cream, black cherry, ginger brew, orange cream, and a diet root beer. Ale 81 was invented in Winchester, Kentucky in 1926 by G.L. Wainscott. According to Only in Your State, the name came about when Wainscott created a naming contest to help promote the new ginger-infused beverage. The winning entry was a late one, which was a 1920s slang term for the latest thing. The brew was made Kentucky's original soft drink by law in 2013 by then-Governor Steve Beshear. Production of Ale 81 has remained a family affair, with Wainscott's great-great-nephew Fielding Rogers currently at the helm.
I learned how to do it from my dad, who learned from his dad, who learned from his dad. So, fourth generation, it's a secret family recipe.
And for those who enjoy partaking in Kentucky bourbon as well, Ale 81 is apparently a great cocktail mixer. Big Shot Soda is a New Orleans icon that got its start in 1935. The brainchild of Urban Pilet's Jefferson Brewing Company, New Orleans Magazine notes that part of the success of the brand was its marketing scheme. Cash prizes and bottle caps could be exchanged for silver-plated spoons. While the brand has since been sold to a Floridian beverage distributor, it is still mostly consumed within New Orleans. Flavors include pineapple, strawberry, watermelon, peach, cream soda, and the classic root beer. And if you listen carefully, you'll hear a shout-out to the drink in Lil Wayne's 2009 mixtape, No Ceilings. Moxie was invented in 1884 by Dr. Augustin Thompson, a native of Union, Maine. According to the Matthews Museum of Maine Heritage, the beverage was actually considered a kind of early Viagra.
That's hard to believe.
But that's not all. Bartenders would also serve Moxie to customers who had had too much to drink. Maine's official state website notes that Moxie Nerve Food has a complex flavor that is simultaneously sweet and bitter as a result of the gentian root extract it contains. In May of 2005, then-Governor John Baldacci designated Moxie the official state soft drink. Frostie Old Fashioned Root Beer was invented in 1939 by soda aficionado George Rackensperger. The root beer was bottled in, of all places, an old jailhouse in Catonsville, Maryland. Rackensperger converted the garage to house his bottling equipment and all of the ingredients needed to manufacture this unique soda. While the original Frostie Bottling Company folded in 1959, the sweet treat has continued to be manufactured under numerous other labels, including 7-Up. Its current home is in Breeze, Illinois, with Excel Bottling Company, though it has very limited availability beyond Walmart. Polar began in 1882 as a sparkling water company in Worcester, Massachusetts. Water in the city was unsafe for consumption, so the Crowley family filled a vital need. The company evolved to sell spirits until Prohibition forced them to shift gears. By the 1930s, carbonated beverages became Polar's primary focus, with Orange Dry and Ginger Ale leading the way. The brand continued to grow and add new sparkling fruit-flavored waters throughout the 20th century. Today, under the watchful eye of 4 generations of Crowleys, Polar Beverages remains the largest independently owned bottling company in the U.S. Vernors signature ginger ale was invented by pharmacist James Vernor of Detroit in 1866. According to folklore, when Vernor left for the Civil War in 1862, he left behind a beverage fermenting in an oak barrel. When he returned, the concoction had adopted a unique characteristic flavor from the oak, and Vernors was born. While this story may or may not actually be true, what is true is this: the ultra-carbonated beverage is still considered a cure-all for everything from stomach aches to sore throats.
Vernors, it's different.
In 1967, the company copyrighted the Boston Cooler, a combination of Vernors and vanilla ice cream. Northern Soda Company is a small company based out of the Twin Cities and is the brainchild of Jesse Hopkins. When the company was started in 2018, the owners insisted on producing small batches of seasonal flavors using the highest quality non-GMO ingredients. With experience came growing pains, which necessitated the shift from glass bottles to aluminum cans, while graduating to more mass production in 90-gallon tanks. The logo has a retro feel, harkening back to old-time soda fountains. Barq's root beer was invented by Edward C. Barq Sr. in 1897 in Biloxi, Mississippi. In the 1920s, the beverage became more popular due to Prohibition. From 1970 to 1979, the corporate headquarters was relocated to Edward's hometown of New Orleans. With the advent of the disco era, sugar-free Barq's root beer was invented to accommodate the burgeoning diet fad. By 1993, Barq's was being consumed by millions of happy customers in 440 markets across the U.S., and the commercials starring none other than Nick Swardson were, something.
I can see! I can see! Really? No. But it got some bite to it, though.
In 1995, Barq's Inc. was acquired by the Coca-Cola Company and its headquarters moved to Atlanta, where it remains today. Fitz's root beer was developed in 1947 in St. Louis, Missouri. The historic brew is now recreated in 15-gallon barrels in the bottling room of Fitz's Bottling Company restaurant and brewery. The brewery, opened in 1993, operates with a refurbished 1940s bottling line, which was discovered in an old barn in Shawano, Wisconsin. It's housed in a 1928 building that was once a bank in the historic Delmar district of St. Louis. Explore St. Louis suggests enjoying Fitz's signature burgers and barbecue alongside its craft beer and numerous soda flavors, including cream soda, orange pop, and black cherry. Flathead Lake Gourmet Soda is named after the famed Flathead Lake region of Montana. According to Flathead Lakers, legend has it that the lake is home to a mysterious monster, hence the logo. The creature is described as being a large eel-shaped amphibian that is blackish-blue in color, has steel black eyes, and ranges from 6 to 40 feet long. The Flathead Lake brand was acquired by family-owned North American Beverage Company in the early 2000s. Its flavors, including huckleberry, sour cherry, black raspberry, granny apple, and strawberry orange, are designed to ease consumers into less conventional soda offerings. Goody soda was the invention of the Willow Springs Bottling Company, which was established in Omaha, Nebraska in 1919. The company evolved from the Willow Springs distillery after Prohibition put an end to its manufacture of alcoholic beverages. The beverage bottle featured a quirky-looking boy named Goody who was instrumental in marketing the brand. Goody continued to be produced through the 1970s, after which it disappeared. In 2012, it resurfaced and is now part of the Orca Beverage Inc. catalog. HaHa Cannabis-Infused Soda is the next generation of cannabis-infused consumables. Planet 13, billed as the world's largest cannabis superstore in 2021, developed a new line of soda laced with 10 milligrams of THC. The sodas, made with pure cane sugar, come in retro flavors such as Old School Root Beer, Ludicrous Lemon Lime, and Guzzle It Grape. The soda line is said to be a refreshing blend of a tasty treat with mild psychoactive properties. Planet 13 does warn that there is a delayed response to the THC kicking in after consumption, so guzzle with caution, or else it might hit you so hard that it knocks you clean out of the matrix.
Whoa.
Squamscot soda began in 1863 in Newfields, New Hampshire. Invented by William H. Connor, the pop beer, named Connormade, was a tonic or spruce beer that came in reusable glass bottles with porcelain and wire tops. In 1938, Connor Bottling Works acquired Dixie, its faithful bottling machine, which is still in operation today. A fifth-generation family affair, it's the last independent bottler in the state of New Hampshire. While it boasts 27 flavors of sodas, the most popular is the Mistletoe Mist, which is only available for the holidays and sells out quickly. Boylan soda originated in 1891 in Paterson, New Jersey. Pharmacist William Boylan invented an elixir named Boylan's Birch, which he sold by the cupful off the back of a wagon. Birch beer is a quintessentially northeastern staple dating back to pre-revolutionary times. Its strong wintergreen forward flavor makes it unsuitable as a mixer for alcoholic beverages, setting it apart from some of the more modern flavors, like root beer, sparkling lemonade, and cane cola. Part of this brand's unique heritage is its long neck-embossed glass bottle, which has remained virtually unchanged since its invention. Zia is a small craft soda manufacturer in New Mexico that uses local ingredients to cultivate a variety of unique flavors. Its logo is the Zia, or Pueblo sun symbol, which can also be seen on the New Mexico state flag. Owners Ezra and Sonia Leiba actually obtained permission to use the symbol from the Pueblo by agreeing to share profits with them. Zia is bottled in a brewery, and its root beer has fermented barley added to it, giving it the flavor of a microbrew without the alcohol. Dr. Brown's soda began in 1889 when Jewish Dr. Brown began selling his celery tonic to local delicatessens in New York's Lower East Side, where it was dubbed Jewish champagne. The beverage originally had to be renamed to Dr. Brown's Cel-Ray soda due to the Food and Drug Administration's issue with the word tonic. There were concerns over the implication that it could provide some medical benefit. Dr. Brown's sodas are caffeine-free and kosher. The vast catalog of flavors is no longer restricted to delis and Jewish holidays, and is now found in mainstream grocery stores and restaurants globally. North Carolina is another state that has dibs on one of the most popular soda brands of all time. Pepsi was developed in 1893 by pharmacist Caleb Bradham in New Bern, North Carolina. First named Brad's Drink, it was renamed Pepsi Cola and trademarked in 1903. By 1910, there were 240 franchises in 24 states. In 1939, Pepsi invented the first radio jingle promoting the brand throughout the U.S. That jingle ended up being adapted for TV in 1950. The signature Pepsi swirl bottle was introduced in 1958, and by 1977, Pepsi Cola had become the most popular cola drink in supermarkets. The corporation is still headquartered in North Carolina, where you can visit the official birthplace and Pepsi store. North Dakota's signature soda has a pretty fitting name.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Flannel Fizz soda is a brand you're just as likely to find at a farmer's market as you are at a grocery store, and this is because the founders pride themselves on crafting their beverages with high-quality, fresh ingredients. The flavors they offer are pretty run-of-the-mill compared to others on this list, but hey, the tried-and-true stuff will never go out of style, especially when it comes to soda. Bubble Up is a lemon-lime beverage that was invented by Sweet Valley Products Company of Sandusky, Ohio in 1919. It was originally touted as a grape beverage, but by 1938 it was developed into a lemon-lime drink by Leroy O. Schneeberger. It has since made many cross-country trips as the brand shifted hands from company to company, ultimately landing under the umbrella of the Dad's Root Beer family. Weber's Superior Root Beer is an Oklahoma staple that is now a fifth-generation family affair. Invented in 1891 at the Weber family farm in Tulsa, Oklahoma by Oscar Weber Bilby, the concoction is made of 14 secret ingredients. The brew was originally carbonated with yeast, fire-brewed, and aged in birch bark barrels. It can now be sampled exclusively at Weber's Superior Root Beer restaurant in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Established in 1933, the restaurant is known for its astounding burgers, which pair well with a root beer float served in an ice-cold frosted mug. Portland Soda Works is a homegrown soda company out of, you guessed it, Portland, Oregon. The passion project of Chris Onstad and Dan McLaughlin, the pair started the company in 2012 out of a rented commissary kitchen. In 2015, the company moved to a newer facility built in a 100-year-old bakery. Its claim to fame is the diverse profile of offerings produced, ranging from a myriad of flavored sodas and sparkling waters to its signature syrups and mixers for cocktails. They even offer a Mocktail Club subscription, which comes with a recipe and all the fixings for a delicious treat. A Treat is quintessential Allentown, Pennsylvania in a bottle. This soda was developed by Joe and Jack Aguizio in 1918 in the confines of their garage. In 1932, the operation moved to a larger facility where they bottled their soda for 83 years. After a brief hiatus, the brand was bought by Jane Doe Companies in 2015. Jane Doe Companies prides itself on using flavorings made in-house out of essential oils rather than commercially produced syrups. The brand's cream soda was named one of the 100 best things about the Lehigh Valley. Yacht Club Soda is the official soda of Rhode Island. A family-owned business that opened its doors in 1915, it offers 34 flavors of soda, seltzer, and tonic waters, as well as seasonal specialties. In 2016, the company made waves with its first politically themed flavors, Hillary's Liberal Limeade and Donald's Populist Punch. The soda pop poll was intended to lighten the mood of a contentious political season.
Oh, come on, man.
The secret to the soda's success is in the quality of its water, which is ideal for carbonation and enables the company to make it without adding salt. Blenheim Ginger Ale is the product of Blenheim Springs, a mineral-rich spring discovered in 1781 by James Spears. In the late 1800s, Dr. C.R. May began supplementing the tinny-flavored miracle water with Jamaican ginger to make it more palatable. May and A.J. Matheson opened the Blenheim Bottling Company in 1903 and a legend was born. The tonic is very spicy and comes in 3 flavors: Old No. 3, No. 5 Not As Hot, and No. 9 Diet. Wild West Soda, located near Mount Rushmore in Keystone, South Dakota, is a partner with the Wild West Pecan Company. The two companies create old-fashioned style sodas using only the highest quality natural ingredients. The sodas are served in collectible tin cups that have become something of a novelty. Some of its frontier-inspired flavors include Sarsaparilla, Muddy Creek, Wild Cherry Limeade, Scattergun Slim, and Black Cherry. It also has a new line of outlaw sodas, variations of the classic cream soda called Pecos Peach, Red Bandit, and Blue Bonnet. Dr. Enough was invented in 1949 by chemist Bill Swartz as a miracle cure for all forms of ailments ranging from fatigue to stomach aches. In 1951, Swartz partnered with Charlie Gordon to develop a bottling company, now called Tri-City Beverage Company in Johnson City, Tennessee. The herbal Dr. Enough, which is laced with vitamins and caffeine, is like the precursor to Red Bull, and according to Made in Tennessee, while Dr. Enough became the token beverage, the brand was also the first bottler of Mountain Dew. You know what the oldest major soda brand in the U.S. is? If you guessed Dr. Pepper, you'd be right. The iconic beverage was invented by pharmacist Charles Alderton in Waco, Texas in 1885. When he wasn't carrying on with his usual duties, he enjoyed making drinks at his store's soda fountain. Inspired by the smell of the many flavored syrups that were available, he set out to create a drink that embodied the symphony of scents. And the rest is history. Contrary to popular belief, though, there is no prune juice in the recipe.
Oh, thank God.
Dirty Soda is the brainchild of Nicole Tanner, who set up Swig Soda Shop in St. George, Utah in 2010. Inspired by a Sonic drive-thru, the beverage didn't catch on until 2021, when singer Olivia Rodrigo posted a photo of herself with one of the shop's delectable sweet concoctions on Instagram. Hashtag Dirty Soda subsequently became a viral trend on TikTok, with over 112 million views. In some ways, Dirty Soda is like the Cold Stone Creamery of sodas. You pick the soda and flavors you'd like, and they combine them for a tasty, customized treat. Vermont Sweetwater is a bottling company located in Pulteney, Vermont. The family-owned operation produces beverages infused with Vermont sugar maple sap. What could be more Vermontian than that? While the company began with only maple seltzer, it introduced Vermont Maple Soda in 1996. With the millennium around the corner, it branched out into fruit flavors and colas. All of its products are made without artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives, and come in either a 6-pack container or a 24-pack case. Located in the small town of Windsor, Virginia, Fizz Fusion is a specialty soda shop whose reputation far exceeds the confines of its city limits. Offering all different sorts of interesting concoctions, it truly is a place that has something for pretty much everyone. Having a craving for Mountain Dew but want to make it a bit more interesting? Try the Goody Dew Shoes, which is made with dew, raspberry syrup, pineapple syrup, coconut cream, and a lime. Want something that straight up tastes like dessert? Try the Tiramisu Chai. Jones Soda Company, headquartered in Seattle, Washington, was created in Vancouver, British Columbia in 1995 by Peter von Stolk and photographer Victor John Penner. Its hook was to feature Penner's photos on the labels, but Stolk and Penner soon realized that using photos submitted by customers created greater brand loyalty, and they began incorporating them. In 2022, the brand expanded to include products under the umbrella of Mary Jones cannabis-infused sodas and gummies.
Not that I'm complaining.
If you're passing through Morgantown, West Virginia, and looking for a place to grab a quality carbonated beverage, it's very likely the locals will point you in the direction of Pop the Soda Shop. The specialty soda joint is known for offering an almost dizzying variety of drinks, many of which include interesting combinations of fruit syrups. Take the pineapple upside-down cake, for example, which consists of sugar-free cherry syrup, sugar-free pineapple syrup, Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, and sugar-free vanilla cream. Sprecher Brewing Company is a beloved brewery in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, dating back to 1984. It is the brainchild of Randy Sprecher, who developed an affinity for German beer when he was drafted during the Vietnam War. The brewery uses a fire brewing process combined with Wisconsin honey, which creates the distinctive flavors of both the brand's beer and sodas. Turns out folks really love the sodas. Soda production now outpaces beer production, with the company's root beer being its best seller. Tours are offered by reservation only, Wednesday through Saturday. Jackson Hole Soda captures the pioneer spirit of the Wild Wild West. Its signature flavors are, according to the company, as varied as the sun setting over our beautiful Grand Tetons, and harken back to old-time soda fountain culture. Some of the brand's highlights are multiple award-winning batch-brewed Buck and Root Beer and customer favorite High Mountain Huckleberry.